Hello, my good people. I want to welcome you to another training session. Today's training session is about leadership and relationships. They make me or break me. Relationships are the key to a leader's success. Bible verse today, Matthew 5:23-24. Therefore, if you bring your gift to the altar and there remember your brother has something against you, leave your gift there before the altar and go your way. Okay, first be reconciled to your brother and then come offer your gift. Jesus taught that the kingdom of God is built on relationships. While we embrace doctrine and theology, those issues are not the core of our Christian faith or our leadership. What separates us from all the religions of the world is this: our faith is built on relationships. When Jesus was asked to summarize the most important commandment, he responded, "You shall love your Lord your God, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself." This is Matthew chapter 22, verse 37 and 39. He listed vertical relationship and horizontal relationship. In the passage above, Jesus teaches that an offended relationship is a spiritual issue and takes precedence over religious sacrifices. For Christian leaders, we cannot assume we are successful unless we master the art of leading healthy relationships. A relationship survey. Okay, let's begin this lesson with a quick survey on how you handle relationship circles around yourself. So circle your answers. Do you feel anxious when a particular person has called and left a message? Number two, have you recently been in a relationship that drains you of energy and enthusiasm? Number three, is it difficult to name 3 friends with whom you can share your worst sins? Number four, do you sometimes dread having to see a particular person in a social situation? Number five, do you have several relationships in which you give more than you receive? Number six, is it hard for you to put in the effort to maintain a close relationship? Number seven, is your creativity blocked from a preoccupation with unhealthy relationships? Number eight, do you become more self-critical and uncomfortable in the presence of people? Number nine, are you irritable because of unresolved frustrations with people? Number 10, do you have imaginary conversations with people causing internal conflict? Scoring. Total the number of Y's or yes you gave yourself, and if you have 7 or more of them, of the yeses, you are in need of raising your relationship quotient. You are experiencing high maintenance relationships, and the emotional expense can drain you of the energy you need to lead. You probably need more healthy relationships in your life. The power of perspective. Your perspective as you enter the relationship will greatly impact how the relationship turns out. For instance, show me a person who sees themselves negatively, and I will show you a person who sees others a negative way. We act as we see ourselves. In fact, it is impossible to consistently perform on a manner that is consistent with the way we see ourselves. People who like themselves tend to like others as well. Those who distrust themselves also tend to distrust others as well. Jesus told us to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. This is in Matthew chapter 22 and 39. We are prone to do just that. We love others only so far as we love ourselves. Unfortunately, we don't see our distorted perspective, and we blame others for the negative feelings we have of ourselves. Jesus asked us a good question when he said, Why do you look at the speck that is in your brother's eye, but do not notice the log in your eye? Okay, this is Matthew 7 and verses 3. Reflect on the following questions as we progress into this lesson. The first question is, how do I see myself? The second question is, how do others see me? And the third question is, how do I see others? The role of responsibility. Romans chapter 12 and verse 18 tells us, if possible, so far as it depends on you, be at peace with all men. A paraphrase of that message might be, do your best you can to get along with everyone. But realize that once in a while, you will have a relationship with a difficult person that may fall short of the ideal. The key is to make the decision to respond well. The key to successful relationship is responsibility. Leaders must affirm the following statements, in their daily work. Number one, I am responsible for what and how I treat others. Number two, I am not responsible for why and how they treat me. Number three, I will take the high road and lead people well by choice, not reaction. Number four, I must see myself and others the way God does. Number five, I am responsible for how I respond to those who are difficult. Take the high road with people. Let's take a look at some people you will probably meet during your life and how you can best lead them. Leading well requires you to choose to take the high road and do what is right in each of these relationships. Number one, the critic. This person constantly complains and gives unwanted advice. Ways to handle the critic. Communicate you care by listening to them, but challenge them to offer solutions. Warn your top leaders, of the poison they may spread through criticism. Ask the critic to be part of solving problems they bring up. Number two, the matter. This person feels like the victim and swims in a pool of self-pity. Ways to handle the matter. Make them aware that moodiness is a choice. Teach them that a leader is responsible to be up for those they lead. Expose them to people with real problem to give them perspective. Never reward self-pity. The wet blanket. This person is also pessimistic and is a drain on relationships. Ways to handle the wet blanket. Be honest with them. Don't expect them to change as long as they offer excuses. Point to the past successes that they thought would fail. Don't let them dampen your enthusiasm. Number four, the steamroller. This person rolls over others and enjoys intimidating people. They are aggressive and can be hostile. Ways to handle a steamroller. Consider the influence they have before you act. Try to reason with them and expose them to their insensitivity. Identify the issues they are pushing for or against. Take a stand when it is clearly an obvious right and wrong issue. Number five, the garbage collector. This person surrounds himself or herself with negative people. They gossip and spread rumors that poison. Ways to handle the garbage collector. Confront them with the people about whom they are talking. Challenge their statements with objective truth. Allow exposure to destroy their credibility. Expose them to the church leaders and warn what's happening. Number six, the control freak. This person is unable to let go and trust both God and people. They have to be in control. Ways to handle the control freak. Do not give them highly visible positions of authority. Remind them of scriptural commands to trust God and others. Communicate that control is a myth. No human is ever really in control of life. Review with them the many times God came through and provided for them in the past. Okay. Number 7, the maverick. This person frustrates others by living in their own world, oblivious to the needs of others and the big picture. Ways to handle the maverick. Don't evaluate your leadership by the maverick's response. Don't put them into a team ministry position. Don't give them a leadership role until they can see beyond themselves. Discover what motivates them and encourage them to see the bigger picture. Number 8, the backstabber. This person is responsibly two-faced, okay, and hypocritical. His or her message changes with the crowd. Ways to handle the backstabber. Meet with them and communicate your desire to trust them. Gently confront them with specific examples of their hypocrisy. Involve others who have experienced their two-faced ways for concrete evidence. Don't give them authority until you see them change their ways. Number 9, the cold shoulder. This person disengages and avoids contacts. Ways to handle the cold shoulder. Don't reward childish behavior by running after them each time they distance themselves. Do meet with them and ask if you have done something to hurt them. Dig deep to discover the real issues that cause them to avoid you. Don't endorse them or their behaviors. Number 10, the volcano. This person builds steam and often erupts. They are explosive, unpredictable, and unapproachable. Ways to handle the volcano. Remove them from the crowd. Remain calm. Ask them to sit down. Ask them to repeat details to be clear on issues. Remove hearsay and exaggeration. Give a soft, clear answer. Hold them accountable. Okay, number 11, the sponge. This person is constantly in need but gives nothing back. They use people. Ways to handle the sponge. Set limitations on your ability to help. Don't let them manipulate you or the situation. Require responsibility. Challenge them that maturity means giving and receiving. Don't feel obligated or guilty by their demands. Number 12, the competitor. The person keeps score on everything. They want to beat others and often feel that life is unfair. Ways to handle the competitor. Remind them that a Christian's role is to complete others, not to compete with others. Inform them of others who have lost more than they have. Let them know that keeping score is and will destine them to a life of misery. Join them in finding positive ways their competitive spirit can be used by God. Okay. General rules when handling people. A. Love them. That is a fact. Love them. Love conquers all. B. Ask God for wisdom. C. Stay healthy yourself. Do not give special positions to help people get better. And E. Be honest with God, yourself, and them. And F. Keep healthy people in leadership. Assessment. Identify one person that has difficulty to lead. Do they fit into one of these descriptions above? Application. write down a game plan on how you will deal with them. Once again, the verse that we studied, Matthew 5:23 to 24. Therefore, if you bring your gift to the altar, and there remember your brother has something against you, leave your gift there before the altar and go your way. First, be reconciled to your brother, and then come offer your gift. Matthew 5:23 24. Thank you for sitting through the sessions. Welcome you to the next session, building an effective team. So thank you, like, subscribe, and share if these messages build you, and constantly watch them over and over and over again to remind yourself and to have them deep inside your soul and your heart, that you might be effective in leadership and, in conclusion, have and make good relationships. Thank you.